Welcome. In the last couple of lectures, we have seen all the intellectual work performed by the Parsons and how he has answered all questions pertaining to stability and change and evolution in the society. So he at the same time invited several criticisms from various thinkers. Mainly, he was criticized by two main thinkers. One is Anthony Giddens. One aspect of critical evaluation we have already discussed in the previous lecture while discussing how he transited in his thought process in the three phases. So, critics like Anthony Giddens pointed out that the whole problem lies in the Parsons idea of system itself. According to Giddens, the way Parsons conceived the idea of system is flawed. Parsons made a strong choice of comparing his system with an organism, and Parsons has not tested his assumption that social systems are really compared to organisms. Firstly, because social systems are not self-equilibrating like the organismic systems, and secondly, the integration in organismic system is much higher than the social system. So Parsons has neglected this particular aspect. We have also discussed that while describing the characteristics of the social system, that everything which he talked about was concentrated towards how equilibrium is maintained in the society, and he never touched the another aspect or dimension which is conflict, that how conflict emerge in the society. So Giddens said that there are two sides, one is the stability and one is the conflict. So instead of only equilibrium, system can be directed towards conflict as well. And there can be systems of sustained conflict where in self-equilibrating mechanism does not work. So citing examples, he said Lebanese civil war, which was running from decades, is an example of conflict. Then Afghanistan's war is still not over and it started long ago in 1970s. So in this way, he said that Afghanistan is not a self-equilibrium society, rather it is a situation which is continuously in conflict. In Parsons' idea of system, there is no mention of conflict at all, and there is no attempt to accommodate the idea of conflict in his own definition of system. So this is the fundamental flaw according to Anthony Giddens, and which he said that which brings status quoist bias in Parsons' ideas, and that is why his theory became a wheeled status quoist ideology, and this aspect is conspicuously lacking even in his model of social change as well. So when he talked about change, he has seen change in a restricted way as a gradual evolutionary change, and you can say undoubtedly his model helped us to understand the direction of change in contemporary society, but he only describes that society is how heading towards modernity. So another point which we have discussed while learning Parsons is that the example which he has incorporated while explaining his model, and we can say that in another few decades, by going with that particular model which we have discussed in the last lecture, that China will have a liberal democracy.